All right, so we got the vehicle up on the lift and we're going to do an undercarriage inspection. One of the things that we want to check for is these mounting bolts. A lot of times those get rubbed off just from loading, unloading the car or hitting the ground on the track. These all look okay. They were recently replaced. We're going to check for, we use some tape here to help close off some of the holes. So we might actually apply some new tape because that seems like it's coming off a little bit. I did have some play in the wheels, so we're going to check for that. And it looks like this joint right here. Let's see. Yeah. So this inner joint there, and also this joint here on the inner part of the control arm. And looks like this ball joint as well. Yeah, this ball joint. And we'll check that joint as well just to see if it has any play. We've had issues with these in the past. That's got some play in there. So what I'll go ahead and do is we'll service all 4 of these control arms. They're Tarrant Engineering arms, and you can service these joints separately. So we'll go ahead and replace all the ball joints, we'll service the inner joints, and we'll put new hardware in there as well. There's a little bit of play in this. I'm not really worried about that. That is not a safety concern. It's a little bit noisy, but this car is noisy, so I'm not that concerned. Again, under here, we're going to check all of our hardware to make sure that there's nothing that backed out or came loose. There is some fluid in here likely that we'll need to empty out, but we'll do that when we service the transmission. This comes from our vent. You can see there's fluid there. This comes from our vent from the top of the transmission up there. So we'll go ahead and make sure we empty that. Basically doing a visual inspection of everything that's under here. We'll change the spark plugs when we are servicing it. Checking our exhaust, make sure everything's nice and tight. Our flaps. We're also going to check for any potential fluids that we may see. This is a relatively fresh engine and transmission, so there's not a lot of issues that I would expect to see.